Why hello there, you lovely human. It's My Life here, and I want to talk to you today about how I got good at makeup. Now, I've been told a number of times that people really like how my makeup skills have evolved. People just really like how I do my makeup. And, for the record, I've only been out publicly in terms of, being transgender and all that. I've only been out for like 3 years. So, aside from me coming out publicly, I was playing with makeup for only 4 years. So I've only been in the makeup game for about 4 years. So believe it or not, it hasn't been a very long time for me. But at the time, obviously, I was still in the closet with my mom and everything. And I didn't really want to let her in on what I was dealing with, because my mom and I at the time didn't have a very good relationship and we weren't very close or anything like that. But what she did know about me was that I did cosplay. So, doing cosplay, that was basically my outlet for trying out makeup. And, looking like a girl without it being a big deal. With nobody really knowing or caring, just, oh no, it's just cosplay, it's no big deal. And that's really how I covered up what I was dealing with and how, I was soul searching and all that, trying to figure out if I was trans or not. So, using cosplay as my vehicle, what I did was, I kind of worked up the courage one day to, go to my mom while she was doing her makeup in the bathroom, like on a weekend or something. And I basically said, "Hey Mom, can you show me exactly how you do your routine in terms of makeup? I really want to know because I want to use it for cosplay." And she was actually surprisingly willing. She was very, very open to the idea. I'm fairly certain she had a very awkward expression on her face. I think she was still kind of like iffy about it, but it's just for cosplay, Mom. Don't worry about it. It's nothing serious. I think we set up a day where she would show me all the stuff that she had, and she basically walked me through her makeup routine. And I watched her. I didn't do any makeup on myself at the time, but I just listened and watched what she did. And that's how I gained the basis for my personal technique. But that was my first foray into learning how to put on makeup and what actually goes into putting on makeup. So after she showed me how to do makeup, and she actually gave me a whole palette. She gave me a nice palette of colors for eyeshadow. So she gave me that, and that's really all I had. So, this is I want to say 2011, 2012, probably 2012, I think. So she gave me that, and from there, after I learned her technique, I then went out and bought a few things, like the basics, like eyeliner, mascara, some pads to the brushes to do eyeliner with, and I think she also gave me some foundation that she had, some darker foundation that she personally used, and she's had some extra because my mom used to be a Mary Kay seller, so she has a good relationship with them, so she actually gave me some foundation as well. So in the quietness of my own room, I would literally be trying out makeup at 11 or 12 at night. So when everyone was kind of getting ready to sleep or was already asleep, I would literally be in my room and I would be practicing every weekend or something. I would just be in my room and just practice and put on makeup, just remembering what she taught me and everything. And I would do that, week after week, every other week or something like that. But I would basically just be in my room doing this, and then I would when I was done, after I'd spent 2 hours doing it, because it's still a very early skill, I would just look at myself in the mirror and, you know, see how I felt about what I saw. And, you know, I'll kind of just, maybe I'll put on, like, a dress, like a skirt or something, you know, like a nice top, and, you know, maybe kind of, like, pose around a little bit, take a few, like, photos that would never see the light of day, and then, go in the bathroom and take it all off. And, you know, that was always very painful for me. You know, I would spend all that time putting on makeup just for me to like spend like 30 minutes with it on my face just to take it off, and, you know, to not really have anyone to see it, really. And, you know, it was a very tough time for me back then. But that's essentially how I built my basis for doing makeup. You know, along with using YouTube, I also had a chance to speak, and I set up like a little play date with one of my friend's sisters, who is a makeup artist. So she also showed me some things and taught me some things with the stuff that I had bought, and, you know, just kind of trying to figure out what to use at which time. So I'm sure, as all of you know, putting on, well, I would say all the ladies know, makeup for darker skinned people like myself is a little bit different than it is for lighter skinned people. And, you know, it's not a race, or it's not a race thing. It has nothing to do with that. It's just different. The kinds of materials for makeup are what's available for people of my pigment is very few. It's not as varied as it is for lighter skinned people. It's a lot easier for someone who's of a lighter pigment to find something that actually fits their pigment. So I basically had to kind of navigate that kind of handicap, because it's just a fact. You kind of learn that, and, you know, even though I learned from my friend's sister, who was of Caucasian descent, she would show me things, and then I had to basically adapt what she told me to myself, to what worked for, you know, my face. So you know, it was a process. It was difficult. So yeah, I learned from my friend's sister. I also learned from YouTube, like I mentioned earlier. I watched Mortimer. She's the wife of Aaron from Game Grumps. You know, she does a lot of makeup stuff. So I've actually watched a few of her videos to kind of get an idea of like what she does to get the same sort of effects that she did with her face. And I've also watched a few other people that I can't really remember. I think I may have like dabbled in Michelle Phan's videos, but nothing too crazy. But I think Mortimer was mainly, her style of doing makeup appealed to me. And so, you know, over the years, I generally just tried out new things. And, you know, my style of doing makeup kind of evolved over the years. And as it got better and better, you know, I went from just having one standard way of doing makeup to 2 standards to 3 standards of doing makeup. And, you know, it's just how, like, I basically just evolved from there. So it was my mom, my friend's sister, YouTube, and just practice. Like, I literally just practiced a lot to learn how to do the makeup that, you know, you see right now. And, you know, camera makeup and everyday makeup is different from one another, and, you know, you have to learn those things. This isn't my everyday makeup. This is actually my, like, I would say this is like my maximum. This is my maximum look right here. So, you know, working, having a job, and all that, you kind of, putting on makeup is tedious. Let me just put it that way. Putting on makeup is extremely tedious if you don't like it. If you don't enjoy it, it gets very, very tedious. So, so I basically had to learn, I taught myself how to tone down my makeup in a way that made it so that I could still feel comfortable walking out of the house, but still feel somewhat decent. I can't ever walk out the house without having some manner of makeup on. And that is a video for another time. I actually do kind of want to talk about, like, just from a transgender point of view, what it's like to wear makeup and deal with that sort of thing. But yeah, my style of doing makeup has definitely evolved over the last 3 to 4 years of actually doing it, and I love makeup. I've actually loved makeup since I was in high school, when makeup was being done on me for school musicals and stuff. I loved it so much, and I loved it a lot more than I thought, actually. So I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed learning about like how I actually learned how to do makeup. I didn't get to this level overnight, and I didn't learn how to develop different styles of doing makeup overnight. So everyone can do it. It's totally possible. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I'm sure I may have missed something along the way. Please leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like. I really appreciate it. Obviously, if you liked it, you'll give me a like. Obviously. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, you'll come back for another dose of It's in My Life. Until next, you lovely human.